Welcome to IELTS Listening. Today we study IELTS 19, Test 1, Part 1, Hinchingbrooke Country Park. This section has 10 note completion questions. Each answer is one word and or a number. All questions are keyword location type, common traps, correction, spelling, and format changes. 3 core strategies: predict content and word class, locate keywords and audio anchors, watch out for traps and format. This is a phone inquiry. Sally, the park ranger, and John, the teaching assistant, discuss a school visit. The first part covers general park info, size, habitats, wildlife. It includes questions 1 to 3 in turns 1 to 4. The second part discusses educational activities, types of activities, and science focus. It covers questions 4 to 7 in turns 5 to 8. The third part covers specific arrangements, date, time, and group details. It includes questions 8 to 10 in turns 9 to 11. The heat map shows questions 1 to 3 are in Part 1, questions 4 to 7 in Part 2, and questions 8 to 10 in Part 3. Very clear structure. Common traps in this section: correction traps, spelling traps, and format changes between numbers and words. Now we will go question by question. Please pause the video first, predict answers based on the note outline, then resume. Question 1 asks for the park's area in hectares. Watch out for a number that is given in a different unit. The clue is area in the notes. Predict a number answer. Listen for the word covers. The speaker first says 170 acres, then converts to 69 hectares. The recording says 170 acres, but the question asks for hectares. The units are different, so the answer is 69, not 170. This is a format trap. So the correct answer is 69. Write it in the blank. Don't write 170. This question asks for a type of water body. The blank is after lakes, ponds, and a 2, so you need to complete the list. Notice that lakes and ponds in the question are given clues. Sally continues describing the wetland and says, smaller ones, ponds, and a stream. The recording says ponds and a stream, so stream is the answer. It is said directly, just write it as you hear it. Final answer, stream. The spelling is straightforward, no traps here. This gap asks what children look at about plants. The answer is a noun. Look at the note to predict the type of information. Listen to Sally. She says children collect and analyze something. The key phrase is collect and analyze. The recording says collect and analyze data. Here, look at is a synonym for analyze. The answer is data. It's spoken directly. So the correct answer is data. Spelling is easy. Don't be confused by plants mentioned earlier. Question 4 asks for an item used together with a compass. The phrase use a and compass suggests a specific tool. The clue and compasses points to a parallel structure in the recording. Hearing reading a map confirms the answer. The recording says reading a map and using a compasses, so the answer, map, is directly extracted from the parallel structure. The correct answer is map. It's a simple word you can hear directly. Question 5 asks what the park's 5 concentrates on. This blank is under the leisure and tourism section. You need to fill in a noun. From the question clues, it's about what the park centers on. In the recording, John says that focuses on your visitors. The key phrase focuses on matches, concentrates on in the question. In the recording, John directly says visitors, and Sally confirms with yes, mostly. The children find out about them, where them refers to visitors. So the answer is visitors. Confirm the answer, visitors. Note the spelling ends with S. It's a plural noun. Fill in the blank. Question 6 asks what children make with natural materials. The word before the blank is make, so we need a noun, probably sounds. The clue with natural materials helps us find the answer. In the recording, Sally says experiment with natural materials to create sounds. The recording directly says create sounds, which matches make in the question. So the answer is sounds. Just copy it. Final answer, sounds. Check your spelling. Question 7 asks for a feeling that children get. Listen for the expression that matches feeling of in the recording. The phrase feeling of indicates the blank should be a noun. The topic is children's feelings during outdoor activities. The recording says a sense of freedom. Here, sense of is a synonym for feeling of, so the answer is directly extracted freedom. The answer for Q7 is freedom. Note that after feeling of, just write freedom. Question 8 asks what children learn new outside the classroom. The blank is under vocabulary in the notes. Predict a noun. The clue word learn matches develop in the recording. Listen for Sally's turn 3 where she says develop new skills. The answer, skills, is directly extracted from the recording. Don't be distracted by self-confidence in the same sentence. The question asks what they learn new. Final answer, skills. Remember the plural form. Question 9. We need to fill in the cost per child. Note the pound sign before the blank, so just enter the number. In the question, cost per child leads us to the anchor phrase, costs £4.95 for each child. Be careful, numbers 30 and 40 are distractors, not the answer. Sally clearly says costs £4.95 for each child, so the answer is 4.95. Remember not to write the pound sign. Thus, the answer for question 9 is 4.95. Now for question 10. The blank is about adults and a specific example. Pause and think what you might hear. Notice such as suggests a specific example. In the audio, Sally says liters after no charge for. The recording directly gives liters as the example. Don't write adults because the blank asks for a specific type. So answer for Q10 is liters. Spelling Leaders. Let's summarize the tricks and vocabulary in this listening test. Format trap. The spoken form is different from the written answer. You need to convert. For example, questions 1 and 9. You hear spoken numbers like $15 or $115, but you must write digits 15 or 115. Remember, format traps are common. When you hear a number, think about how to write it correctly. Now, let's review key vocabulary and spelling points from this test. Question 1. Listen for the stress difference between 15 and 50. Write 15 as digits. Question 2. Common name spelling. Make sure each letter is correct. For example, Smith. Question 3. House number and street name. Spell the street correctly, for example, Park Road. Question 4. Date format. Write number and month abbreviation, for example, 15th May. Question 5. Phone number. Listen for groups and special words like double. Question 6. Time expressions. Notice A, M, P, M, and prepositions. Question 7. Price numbers. Include currency unit if needed, but write digits. Question 8. Quantity words. For example, 3 dozen, but you may need digits. Question 9. Again, number format trap. For example, 115 becomes 115. Question 10. Email or proper noun. Listen for symbols like at or dot. Master these tricks and vocabulary, and part 1 will be easier. Good luck on your real test!